Hey everyone, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. So it's actually been quite a while since I've made a video, so I thought it would be a good time to provide everyone with an update of the fish room and everything that's going on related to home aquatics and guppy fish enthusiasts. So first, to start off, Guppy Fish Enthusiast is still doing great. We have 26,107 members. As you can also see down here, created an additional group called Guppy Fish Enthusiast Seller Page. Now, that page is going to be for all members to be able to sell their own fish, and for other members to go on and be able to buy fish from other hobbyists. It could be fish, it could be tanks, used aquarium equipment, so there's also that page. So if anyone wants to check that out, those are linked in the description below. And what else? Patreon is still going pretty well. I've been posting on there every so often. One of my last posts was about this shrimp tank right over here. So if you're interested in shrimp, definitely check that post out. You don't have to actually be a supporter or a Patreon, like give monetary donations. You could follow on there as well just to see posts. Again, link for that's in the description. And Home Aquatics store is still going. Have to go to the post office today to send a few packages. And other than that, let's get into the actual fish room updates. So what you might be able to tell is that there's not as many fish in all these tanks, and the reason being is the majority of them I've sold. I sold them to my local fish store. What I did was keep a good amount of fish that I liked myself and put them all in this tank. I actually do have to do a water change. The water's pretty low from the heat in the house, causing the water to evaporate faster. But in this tank, what I've done is selected all my favorite females and selected two males and threw them all into this tank. Now these strains are a mix of... Can't even read my tank. So a panda bear male, nebula steel females, and some red dragon females. So I put those all together, and my goal now is to let them breed freely for a while, and I'll be selecting fish out of the offspring to then move to these tanks to selectively breed my own strain. I think what I'm going to do is focus on creating my own strain. I've done videos previously in the past about how to do so, but I only did them as a side project. And I think what I'm going to do now, since I'm going to be moving into a different home and having a different setup, my ideal setup for a fish room, is focus on creating my own strain, one specific to Home Aquatics and to Guppy Fish Enthusiasts on our Facebook page. So I'm going to be mixing these together, selecting my favorite characteristics and whatever I like from those fish, and selectively breeding them in separate tanks. So that's pretty much what's going on in here. There's also numerous shrimp in here. I started off with 8 in this one tank, and now I'm pushing close to, I want to say, 200 to 300 among all of these tanks. Right up here is the selectively bred ones. I don't know how well you could actually see them, but every time I see any shrimp that have any red coloring to them, I separate them and I let them breed separately. So that's what that tank is, and what this tank is. They do have to be cleaned out, and then anyone here I pretty much just throw in here to keep all uneaten food at bay. This tank is definitely the one that has the most of those reds. So there's one up there, few more down here. This tank is the original shrimp tank, so the blue velvets. And this tank I pretty much just let go on its own. So the Java moss and Java fern are growing very, very well. It's actually turning into a nice little mop in here. And there's a lot more shrimp than you could tell. These tanks over here as well are just pretty much just holding random shrimp that I've selected and thrown in just to keep them cycled while I breed the guppies. So eventually in the future, these tanks will have guppies again. That's really about it. So there's 2 females and a male right over there. The Anubias, this one used to be anchored, but now I'm just letting it float, and it has been growing a lot better. There's new root systems coming out of it. The Pothos, this is a new set of Pothos, which is giving off nice coverage. The Java moss in this tank, though, has been growing really well, and it's great hiding spots for the females and for the fry as they're being born. Avocado plants. The original one that was in here wasn't actually growing, so I put a new one in there. I threw some potting soil in for nutrients, and this is the other one that actually did sprout, that has one sprout right here and another one growing down there. So other than that, that's pretty much where Home Aquatics is right now. See if I can get my camera to focus. I've been trying to keep it lower scale because of the move that's going to be happening relatively and hopefully soon. I don't want too many fish or too many tanks to take with me. I do have a pickup truck, a 2017 Silverado Z71. It's something I really enjoy also, another one of my hobbies. I do have a pickup that I could put all these tanks in and transport them very, very easily to the other house. But I don't want to stress out so many fish because what I'll be doing is bagging them all and just taking the tanks with a very low level of water. But I don't want numerous tanks and hundreds of fish to do that with. So, if you guys are new to the channel, oh, by the way, I think we've broken the 9,000 mark, 9,000 subscriber mark. So thank you everyone who's been supporting the channel and been watching all the videos. I really, really appreciate it because I never thought I would get this far. So my next milestone is 10,000. At 10,000, we'll be doing a large, very large giveaway. So thank you all for the support and for watching my videos. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're returning, drop a like, comment, and I usually always get back to you guys. Any link to anything I mentioned, such as the Guppy Fish Enthusiast page, the Guppy Fish Enthusiast seller page, my Patreon, Home Aquatics store, all those links are actually in the description below, so definitely check it out. And have a good one, guys. See you next time.